The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has been a permanent fixture in pop culture for over 30 years. It began with the original comic book introduction in 1984, a humble printing of just 3,000 copies. And in just a few years later, in 1987, the Turtles would expand their reach into a world of TV with an animated series and accompanying line of action figures, further solidifying their place in homes all over the world. From there, our favorite radioactive adolescents began to appear in video games, many of which are fondly remembered as classics on their respective consoles. Hey, welcome back to Cybercom Gaming. My name is John, and if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. We do have a lot of exciting stuff planned, no pressure though. But hey, look, it's really good to be back, and we thought, hey, what better way than to do another top 20 compilation video, and this time taking a look at 20 of our favorite, and in our opinion greatest, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games. With Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge scheduled to rise from the sewers this year, let's take a look at some of the half-shelled heroes' best titles. All and much more, this is Cybercom Gaming. Coming in at number 20, we've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Manhattan Missions for the MS-DOS. Now, Manhattan Missions was a Ninja Turtles game developed and released exclusively for PC in 1991. It was unique because it retained the darker, edgier tone of the Turtles' original comic series, rather than the fun-loving ones we've come to know from the animated series. The game played like a typical side-scrolling action game from that era, but also featured stance switching between walking and combat modes, something that had been introduced in Prince of Persia. For number 19, we had to include Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Fall of the Foot Clan for the Game Boy. Now, part of Konami's initial wave of Ninja Turtle games after they obtained the license for the franchise was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Fall of the Foot Clan. This entry was notable for being the very first Ninja Turtles game released on a portable console, Nintendo's original Game Boy. Based on the 1987 animated series, Fall of the Foot Clan had players take control of one of the turtles through side-scrolling stages full of enemies. At 18, we've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the Nintendo 3DS. Now, 2014 saw the release of Michael Bay's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film, and also this Nintendo 3DS game from the same name. Developed by Magic Pockets, this entry follows the events of the film and uses the same realistic or grotesque, depending on how you feel about them, designs. The top screen of the system displayed all of the isometric turtle action, and the lower screen displayed a map along with several menus. Coming in at number 17, we wanted to list down Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows for the Xbox Live Arcade. Okay, so there's been several smaller digital download Ninja Turtles games, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadow is one of them. Developed by Red Fly Studio and released in 2013 for the Xbox Live Arcade, Out of the Shadows is a third-person hack-and-slash game for up to 4 players online, and couch co-op for 2 players. It uses a more realistic art style, but is heavily inspired by the 2012 animated series, which, by the way, we are real big fans of. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the GameCube comes in at our number 16. Continuing the Ninja Turtles Konami relationship, the prolific video game company has chosen to develop games that adapted to the 2003 Ninja Turtles animated series. This multi-platform entry was also released back in 2003 and is a classic Ninja Turtles beat 'em up that follows the events of the show's first season. In addition to the single-player campaign, the game also featured a versus mode, where 2 players can fight each other as many different characters from the show, besides the 4 brothers. And Tmnt Mutant Melee for the PlayStation 2 comes in at our number 15, which is a Ninja Turtles party game, also based on the 2003 series. This game focuses on 4-player competitive game modes such as Last Man Standing, Knockout, King of the Hill, and Keep Away. In addition to the multiplayer mayhem, there's also an adventure mode that served as a light single-player campaign. We're down to number 14 and have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 Mutant Nightmare for the PlayStation 2, which marked the end of video game adaptations of the 2003 animated series and the end of the franchise association with Konami. but at least they went out with a bang. Mutant Nightmare's content and tone earned it a rating of E10+, rather than the series' regular E rating. The game adapts to the events of Season 3 of the series and allows all 4 turtles to be playable on screen simultaneously. Okay, we are actually making progress, and coming in at our number 13, we've got Tmnt for the PlayStation 2. 2007 brought a new era of Ninja Turtles. There was a new CGI film titled Tmnt, and alongside it, a multi-platform video game tie-in that was developed by a new face in the realm of Ninja Turtles games, Ubisoft. The game was a third-person action-adventure game that featured individual missions for each brother, as well as dynamic platforming that Ubisoft has come to be known for with their Prince of Persia series. At 12, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Back from the Sewers was another entry in the Game Boy line of Ninja Turtle games that started with the fall of the Foot Clan. Since it was released in '91, it was also part of the first wave of Ninja Turtle video games developed and published by Konami. The game played out as another typical side-scrolling beat-em-up, but also featured bonus stages and skateboarding segments, along with a boulder dodging scenes in the underground levels. Okay, now heading down to our number 11, we've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Smash Up for the Wii. Okay, now Ubisoft's 2009 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Smash Up was a shameless yet effective clone of Nintendo's highly popular Super Smash Bros. Games. This game featured the entire cast in 4-player 2.5D battles on various multi-level battle arenas that occasionally featured hazards. This game managed to pull off that classic Smash Bros. Look and feel, but it was developed by former Smash Bros. Designers that Ubisoft hired specifically for this game. We are officially at our number 10, and so we had to include Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade Attack for the Nintendo DS. In 2009, Ubisoft released their final TMNT game in the form of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade Attack. This game goes back into using the original comic style, going so far as to feature black and white comic book panel cutscenes. It was a 2.5D side-scrolling brawler on the Nintendo DS that used the bottom screen for all the action rather than the top screen. You could also link up Nintendo DS consoles for 2-player co-op. For number 9, we bet you remember this game. Yep, it had to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the NES. This game started it all. Released in 1989, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the NES was the first ever Turtles game on home consoles. Developed by Konami and based on the 1987 series, this game set the standard for side-scrolling beat-em-ups based on the pizza scarfing amphibians. It featured only a single-player turtle on screen, but players were able to switch to any of the 4 brothers by accessing a character select on the pause screen. We are steady moving down this list, and sitting at our number 8, we've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, the Manhattan Project, for the NES. Continuing its successful run on the NES, Konami released Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, the Manhattan Project. This game was the third game in the series that started from the previous entry in the list and added a new special attack for each of the 4 turtles. It featured 2-player co-op and 2 styles, one in which your attacks could hurt your partner and one which disables that damage. It's also noticeable for being the only NES Turtles game without an accompanying arcade version. It was a standalone console release. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the Xbox 360 heads into our number 7. The 2013 Turtles game was the second title published by Activision and the first title to be based on the 2012 CGI animated series. It was developed by Magic Pockets, like the 2014 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game based on the film from earlier in the list. It was developed and released for the Xbox 360 and the Wii. It also had PlayStation 3 and Wii U versions planned but were later cancelled. A Nintendo 3DS version of the title was later released in a bundle pack with Danger of the Ooze. Moving on with this list and sitting at our number 6, we're happy to include Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, reshelled for the Xbox Live Arcade, which is another digital download-only title. This game was released for the Xbox Live Arcade as well as for the PlayStation Network in 2009 and was a Ubisoft-developed remake of the legendary Konami game. It retained all of the gameplay of the original, along with many gameplay improvements and a complete visual overhaul. Reshelled also made online 4-player co-op possible, something that would have been impossible on the NES. And we've made it to our top 5 and noted down Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants in Manhattan for the PlayStation 4. Part of Activision's video game run on the Turtles franchise was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants in Manhattan. This hack and slash title is notable for being developed by Platinum Games, the studio behind Bayonetta and Nier Automata. With this kind of talent behind the development of the game, Mutants in Manhattan had some of the flashiest action in any of the Turtles games, and the Turtles are even capable of parkour in some sections. It was released in 2016 and marked the end of Activision's involvement in Ninja Turtles games.
Well, talk about a stupid fish out of water.
For number 4, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 Radical Rescue for the Game Boy. This next entry in the list is the final game of Konami's Game Boy trilogy of Ninja Turtles games. It's 93, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 3 Radical Rescue was unique because it centered around Michelangelo, who was tasked with saving the rest of the Turtles as well as Splinter and April, who had been kidnapped. Radical Rescue was also adventurous in that it played much like a Metroid game, where each turtle had a skill that was necessary to complete the game. Now coming in at the third spot, we've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Hyperstone Heist for the Sega Mega Drive and the Genesis. Now 1992 was the first Ninja Turtles game being released on the Sega Mega Drive and the Genesis console. It went by the name of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Hyperstone Heist, and yes, it did reuse much of the character animations and some of the levels with a few cosmetic alterations from the previous game, but it had an entire original story along with new levels and a single original boss. It was totally awesome. Down to number 2, what else but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters for the SNES. Now, by the year 1993, the world had already spent several years with a juggernaut of fighting games that was Street Fighter 2. To capitalize on the popularity, Konami developed a Ninja Turtles fighting game called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters. Now, this title is notable for having 3 completely different versions between its NES, Genesis or Mega Drive and SNES releases. Each version looked and played differently in accordance with each console's limitations. All 3 versions are going to be released on the Cowabunga collection. That's going to be awesome. And we've made it to our top spot and noted the honor to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. This game is often hailed as the best Ninja Turtles game even to this day. It was released in '92 as a sequel to Konami's first home console outing with the Turtles and was a top-selling SNES game the month of its release. Turtles in Time was the first Turtles game on the SNES, but was also a port of the arcade version of the game. This game has been so popular that it's been remade 3 times, including Ubisoft's reshelled version from earlier in this list. Despite their over 30-year history in video games and other media, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles don't seem to be slowing down at all. There's a new CGI film being directed by Seth Rogen on the horizon, and also the Cowabunga collection to look forward to, alongside the brand new retro-themed Shredder's Revenge being published by Dotemu. Now that's a whole lot of Turtles fun on the way. So order your pizza and get some friends. It's almost Turtle time. Thanks for watching, guys. It is so good to be back. Again, just wanted to say thank you so much for all the support throughout. If you did like this video and this type of content, please consider giving us a like and all that good stuff. Would also love to hear from you guys with regards to this video and this type of content, and what your all-time favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game is. Let us know in the comments below. Thanks again for all the support, and until next time, see ya.